Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to NASholes, the podcast where two assholes who like to think they know a thing or two about NASCAR talk about NASCAR. I'm Benny B, joined alongside my very good friend, Drew the Man Scar Van. You guys can follow us on X at NASholesPod and on TikTok at NASholes.podcast. Drew, the Ryan Blaney's and the Austin Cindrics of the world know about our podcast now because I got to meet them, and we will get into that later in the show. And we will talk all about Watkins Glen and SVG's dominance. But first, let's talk about Hoist.
Oh, I love Hoist. Hoist
Who
rules.
doesn't, man? If you
Dude,
guys haven't
Hoist is
tried
the
Hoist,
best
man,
drink.
Hoist is an Ivy level hydration drink. Whether you're fighting the enemy or conquering your own personal best, you need hydration that works longer and harder to keep you going. Hoist is
Right.
formulated to absorb instantly, replenishing your body with electrolytes, carbohydrates, and fluids you need without delay. Hoist is more than a drink. It's IV level hydration equipment that's warfighter tested and battlefield approved. So you can power through. And guys, I'm telling you, this 5-star punch, Drew, it's got to be my favorite flavor. I mean, I say
It's
this every
literally a
week, but
5-star
I'm seriously,
punch.
no other flavor beats it out.
Ben, if you could have your own custom Hoist flavor, what would it be?
Oh gosh, you know what? I'd probably go with like a kind of like a maybe like a half and half, like a like a lemonade, like an Arnold Palmer, like
Oh,
because I know they have the strawberry lemonade, and that one's all right, but yeah, uh, you guys can. They actually have 7 flavors, guys, and you guys can check them out at drinkhoist.com. If you sign up today, you will get 10% off your first order, and if you're military first responder, you also get 10% off the order. I like to drink it, like on a hot day, or like if I'm doing something real where I'm sweating a lot, and you got to replenish. And what's great about it is, and Drew knows this, is that we follow the science, and so does Hoist.
right,
They
we blindly
formulate
follow the
this
science.
right. They formulate this with the science. There's no bull crap. There's way less sugar in it than most sports drinks. There's like 3 times the electrolytes,
No
and you guys are
artificial
gonna love
dyes.
it. You guys are going to
No
love it.
artificial dyes. Oh, dude, we guarantee you'll love it, or Ben will release his sex tape
That
when he shot with me.
oh, dude,
The hottest one. Look out, Kim K, dude. We're taking your spot on the whore
taking
throne.
over the world. So yeah, go to drinkhoist.com, and you can also find where the hoist is available near you by going to their site. You just find the Find Hoist tab. Just type in your zip code, and it'll show you what stores have it. And
Right.
Drew, give us the disclaimer.
Oh yeah, as always, they don't sponsor us. They give us free shit. We love their products, so we're gonna just shamelessly plug them to the end of time. Even if they send us a cease and desist, we'll still find ways to shamelessly plug them without any financial gain. Notice us,
All
Hoist,
right.
please. We love your product. We love your product.
All right.
Please notice us, Hoist. Keep
Well,
us
Drew,
noticed.
I don't know if I can contain my excitement anymore. I think we just need to talk about how I got to meet Ryan Blaney and Austin Cindric real quick.
Oh yeah, dude. Let's hear all the juicy deeds.
All right.
All of
So
them.
a few weeks ago, my wife calls me and she goes, "Hey, guess what?" And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Ryan Blaney and Austin Cindric are going to be uh, coming to Paris Island for a meet and greet." And I said, "I'm like, you're fucking lying." And she's like, "I'm not lying. It says it on the sign out there." I'm like, "What the hell?" So I immediately call my coworker, who's also a huge Ryan Blaney fan. Shout out to Scott. Scott, I don't know if you listen to
Shout
this.
out,
I told
Scott.
you about our podcast, but I don't know if
We
you
love you,
listen.
Scott. Listen to us, or we won't love you.
And he goes, "What? That's crazy, dude." He was like, "All right, well, dude, just like let me know, man." So like I met him up there. It was cool. They had the advanced auto parts car, just a show car. So there's no engine in it, literally. And the discount tire car, number 2. And I gotta say, man, those are 2 paint schemes I was never really kind of like high on. But until I saw them in person, I was like advanced auto parts, never really was a fan of it. And then I saw it in person. And my goodness, man, beautiful car. And they also had, I have to look this up. It was a Oldsmobile from back at Darlington. Let me see. I'm going to pull up the photos because I have a photo of Buck Baker's 1950 Oldsmobile number 88. Or no, it's Oldsmobile 88. So let me just read. I'll show you guys can go to our X account and should be able to find the pictures I took of it. But this thing was sweet, man. It's just in mint condition, man. It's just unbelievable. So cool story about this. But before NASCAR Hall of Famer Buck Baker could race this 1950 Oldsmobile, his first new race car, it had to be entered for the race. Shown here, NASCAR founder Bill France Sr. watches owner Bobby Griffin of Griffin Motors complete entry form number 1 on the hood of the car to be raced. The wife of Darlington Raceway founder Harold Brasington Sr. and a track ticket office employee also bear witness to this historic occasion. Soon after, it was painted in its race day livery and used as a rolling billboard as it was driven around the Palmetto State to promote the inaugural Southern 500. So this car is literally owned by, and maybe I'll actually be able to show you on the camera right now, really quickly. This thing is just sweet, man. I mean, you guys probably can't really see it well with the lighting, but um, I mean,
Pretty sick
this
ride.
thing is just a beauty, man.
You said it was a Buick, right?
Oldsmobile. Yep. Um. So
R.I.P.
this particular one or whatever is owned by a Griffin Motors, a car dealership in Florence, South Carolina. It's like 2 hours north from me, pretty much the town over from where Darlington is. And that they go around with it to promote the race, to promote the Southern 500. So they were there, and so anyways, that was all really cool. And like this poster behind me, they were giving that away, and I was like, oh, I already have it. I got it at when I was at Darlington in April.
Bro, you should have got another one.
Yeah, maybe I should have. I guess some
Bro,
people used
send it
it
to
to get
me.
it signed by the drivers,
That's what's
but
up.
not very many people there because this was a private event. Like this was an event that not even like Penske did not put anything out about it. NASCAR or like, usually you can look at J-Ski like for driver meetups and stuff. This was not advertised anywhere, so this was a private event. So I figured it would be pretty small, and it was. I mean, honestly, really cool. Shout out to Cole. I don't know your last name, but I met this dude named Cole who's a huge Ryan Blaney fan. He drove all the way from Cherry Point, North Carolina, which is like
Oh
six
yeah,
hour
dude.
drive.
Cole rules.
He's in the Marine
Cole
Corps
rules.
and had a 12 tattoo on his calf, which I believe he told me that. And Cole, you can comment down below if I'm wrong about this, but he got drunk after he was at Martinsville, and he was drunk, and he just got a 12 tattoo, and he said, and I do not regret it. But
Do
that
you
was
think he
really
got
cool.
Blaney to sign the tattoo so then he can get that like tattooed as well?
That would have been a good move right there, but no, he didn't. He actually had two
Damn.
die casts, pretty sweet ones. I think from his Nashville win, and from he had another one, but that was cool. There was a few Blaney fans. They had their shirts on and everything, and there was maybe about 100 people, and most of it was just like people knew about it, and or people saw other people lining up like, oh, what's this about? And then like literally there was these two girls that were looking up like, oh, who's Ryan Blaney? And then my buddy Scott, he was like, his name is Ryan Blaney. Google him. He's like, he's the 2023 NASCAR Cup champion. You need to know who he is.
That's right.
And then he just turns to me. He's like, you see this dude? He's like, people are just here. They don't even know who the hell these guys are, man.
They don't know the
And so
greatness that they're coming up to. Yeah.
yeah. But man, I was just in line and I was just shaking, man. I'm like, I'm about to meet my freaking favorite driver, Ryan Blaney, man. This is just so insane, dude. But dude, both of them couldn't have been nicer guys, man. I mean, they took their time with everybody, and like they were real patient. And I get up there and I'm about to reveal this on the pod what I got for Drew. So Drew, he wanted me to print out this picture for Austin Cindric and get it signed. And then he had this idea. He's like, no, no, no. You need to make sure it says to my favorite NASHole. And so the way I did that,
Right.
I was like, hey guys, how's it going? And I was like, hey Austin, I have a podcast called NASHoles. And like both him and Blaney laughed like, NASHoles. And I was like, and my co-host Drew, he's a huge fan of you, and I was just wondering if you could write to my favorite NASHole. So I got the picture. You guys can all see it. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it well, but look at that, dude. To my favorite NASHole.
Yes.
And the I
Hell
love hot moms, dude.
yeah, dude.
Just
That
an
is
epic, dude.
glorious.
Just freaking epic,
Glorious.
man. So I'm gonna get
I
that
can't
framed
wait to
for Drew
have
and
that
send it
up.
to him.
Hell yeah.
But it was funny because as he's doing it, writing it out, he's like, is it one S or two S's? I'm like, one S. He's like, okay. And here, and then Blaney, I must see. This is how I know I didn't say NASCAR podcast. because Blaney was like, he's like, so what do you guys talk about? And I was like, NASCAR, all things NASCAR. I'm like, after every Sunday, like we'll get together and we'll just talk about what happened over the weekend. And he's like, that's awesome, dude. He's like, where can we find you? And I was like, YouTube and Spotify. Just look up NASholes Podcast. And he's like, all right, dude, we'll have to check it out, man. And
Do you think
so
they actually watched?
I don't know. I hope so. Ryan and Austin, if you're listening,
If
watching,
you've made it this far, God bless you. God
damn
bless
straight,
you.
damn straight. I mean, literally, I could have cried when like after I was like, man, dude, just the fact that even if he didn't, just the fact that he thought about listening to it, or like it's gonna be in his head probably.
You know, that would be hilarious if like it would be so funny if you went to go meet him a second time and he was like, dude, I checked out the pod. Shit show, but I love it.
That would be
Really,
great.
it's all this is. It's just a
And here's the
lovable
thing,
shit
guys.
show.
Drew wanted me to play a message for Austin Cindric, and I'm glad I didn't.
It was great. It was great. Don't like
You know
it
what? Matter of
wasn't.
fact, just for the pod, we're gonna play it right now.
Oh, you have it on standby? Nice.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys can hear this, but let's do it.
Austin, so the man standing in front of you handed you this phone so you can hear this message. I am Drew, the man requesting this autograph. Firstly, I am very sorry I couldn't be there, but I am in Wisconsin, and you're not. So I'm having my podcast co-host do it. By the way, shameless plug here. We host a podcast called NASholes. Check it out, or don't. Nobody else does, really. We have like no fan base. But anyways, I just want you to know that you're the man. And like, to me, you're way cooler than Ryan Blaney. And I hope you can hear all of this because, yeah, sure, Ryan Blaney has like a solid amount of wins so far, a championship, a beard I am genuinely envious of, and a smoking hot wife. What he doesn't have is the status of the meme lord of NASCAR. And you know what? You also hold another title to me, and that is sex symbol at Penske. That's right. You're above Joseph Newgarden in my book. I'm not even gay. I'm straighter than an arrow. But I just want you to know Joseph Newgarden can go eat his heart out and race his stupid little open wheel cars. Because he will never, never be Austin fucking Cindric. You're the man, dude.
So
Man,
that's
I
what
really
Drew
wish you would
wanted
have
me to
played
play,
that.
and I didn't play it. And really, I didn't play it because one, I was nervous, and there was so many things going through my head while I was just like trying to talk about NASholes and like all this, and plus Ryan Blaney didn't really have a beard; he was pretty clean shaven.
Yeah, I was pretty. Yeah, and I saw the photo.
I was
I
like,
was a
that would
little
kind of be
upset.
weird if he said all that, and it's like I don't have a beard, like Ryan.
Yeah, but when he does have the beard, though,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
fucking glorious, man.
yeah. But
Damn you,
dude, he
Roger,
must
making
grow
me
that thing
shave it.
fast because I saw him on Sunday on the rate at the like on TV. I was like, damn, dude, that thing's pretty grown. But yeah, dude, great experience, man. And now I'm kind of addicted, man. Like I want to meet more drivers, dude. It's just fun. It's just really cool, man. Like you don't get that kind of interaction with a lot of famous people or athletes. Like it seems like, and NASCAR drivers are just a whole different level, man. But I'm glad I could get the autograph for you. Oh, and I got to show my diecast.
Oh
I finally got
yes.
the diecast. Maybe I've shown this, but
Oh yeah,
the
you showed
Ryan
it
Blaney
before.
autograph right there,
Nice.
freaking just
Did you get
awesome, dude.
anything else signed by him, or just the car?
No, that was it, man. That
Damn.
was it. But
But you did. But you did get your photo taken with him.
yep, I did.
Nice.
I did, and that was cool. And I'm hoping, maybe when Darlington's coming around, maybe I mean I'm sure there'll be drivers around the state. Maybe I can go meet some more. But
Yeah, well, I mean, you said it yourself earlier. J Ski usually is
yeah,
pretty
I'll
good
just have
with.
to keep a lookout. But yeah, guys, that's what
Yeah.
I did last week, and it was freaking awesome. And I also, because of that, NASholes takes credit for Ryan Blaney winning a pole over SVG on a road course.
Yes.
Just gonna throw that out there. He wouldn't have done it if he didn't meet a NASHole. So
Right. He didn't have our autism within him. Now he does a little bit.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe he went, listened to the podcast, and was like, "Man, I'm feeling a little bit more autistic than usual." And he went out there and just outdrove SVG by a little bit.
Yes, sir. Well, yeah, let's get into Watkins Glen, man. This is my favorite road course, I think.
Oh yeah, hands down my favorite road course.
And
Classic.
Blaney takes the pole, and we're thinking, oh shit. But we also know that SVG could have started 13th and probably still won this race just
Oh, dude,
because.
he could have started 5 laps down. He still would have found a way to win the race or win the race. Like that guy
Yeah,
is insane on road courses.
he is insane, man. And it's I look, man. I know some people that are annoyed by SVG, and I can understand that. But at least if you're annoyed, at least still appreciate what we're seeing, because what we're seeing is, honestly, I listened to Denny Hamlin earlier, and he said hands down SVG is the best road course racer he's ever seen. Like, beats Tony Stewart, beats Jeff Gordon. Like, he said it's not even close. And so I trust Denny Hamlin, man. I mean, like, he's been a driver for a long time.
Yeah, he's got
And
2
yes,
decades
Jeff
in the
Gordon
business.
was unbelievable in his time, but what SVG is doing is a whole different level, man.
Yeah, I think he's really going to be the road goat. Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah, because I mean
Mm-hmm.
he's shown that he can pretty much go anywhere and win, except Coda.
Yeah,
Actually, no,
I
I think
think
he won in
Coda is
Coda
kind
and
of a.
Xfinity, but
I think Coda is one of those tracks though that, as a road course, I think there's a lot more, lot less margin for error. I feel like, and more kind of crazy things can happen, like
yeah,
the way the cautions can work out and kind of screw you. And that's really,
yeah,
honestly, in my opinion, the only way you're going to beat SVG is if you get untimely cautions for him, or if, like behind him, guys are pushing and it screws him up somehow and makes him wipe out. Like, we saw in Xfinity this weekend when he was racing Zillage. I mean, Zillage, like, Loki took him out, but, like, I don't think intentionally, just hard racing. But I mean, it was it was pretty crazy, man. Just he wiped out, man. And because when like, I didn't really watch it Xfinity, but I looked out. I was curious. I'm like, oh, let's see if SVG won him. It's either gonna be him or Zilich. Like, I just know that, and like I was just surprised to not even see him in the top 5. I don't think.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's okay. Zilich kind of got karma afterwards, so
Oh, dude, and that's what a lot of people were saying. And by the way, that was just, I saw that and I just, like, I gasped. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like,
I
is he
think
okay? Like,
everybody
I had
was.
to find out it right away. I'm like, it looked like he hit his head like hard, but he was fine.
I
His head
I
was
don't
fine.
know.
Broke
I
the
don't know if I'm
collarbone.
just a piece of shit or what, but initially when I saw that, I'm not even gonna lie, I laughed at first because who just face plants off the side of a car? Yeah, but I was like, oh, he's gonna be fine. I mean, it wasn't that big of a drop or whatever,
And then he
but
was laying there like looked lifeless, like he just, like, wasn't moving.
oh yeah, I mean, he kind of yeah, he just broke his collarbone in front of like the news media, and you're still ready to win.
Yeah.
Uh, but like the way everybody's been talking about it, though, it sounded like his arm got eviscerated off of it or something like that. Like we haven't shown the replay of it out of courtesy to Connor Village, and it's like, guys, it's not bad footage. Maybe it's because I go on Reddit and I watch people blow up, and I'm just so
Well,
callous to it, and maybe that's part of it. But
dude,
I
they're
don't
acting
know.
like his bone, like, got stuck out of his body or something, and you could see it.
Yeah, and he goes, and you could see the
Like a
life
freak
leaving his
basketball or
eyes.
football injury or something. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like yeah, the way they were talking about it was. I mean, don't get me wrong, like a broken collarbone's not any fun, but I mean they're making it sound like he fucking died.
Well, dude, so his foot apparently got caught in that little netting, and
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. And, well, it looks like we may not get another driver ever standing on top of their car ever again, dude, unless they win a championship. Because SVG, he
Uh
wins and he just gingerly steps out of the car and he goes and then drinks his Red Bull. It was just kind of funny.
that was directed to Connor as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That one was straight through to Connor.
yeah. Trackhouse is like, you better not pull his itch, dude. We need your
Man,
ass.
I was listening to Norman Clear earlier, and Tommy Baldwin mentioned this. I don't know if he was joking or what, but it sounded like they're legitimately making a new rule now to
Oh
like
yeah, I
so
heard
getting
that
out of your
too. Because
car.
people kept saying, "Well, no more celebrations on top of the car," and I'm like, "Oh well, okay." Like, I guess maybe for some teams who are like, "Hey," like, owners are gonna be like, "Hey, you guys can't do that anymore."
Well, the thing is, too, Connor Zilic didn't put the window net back in, so that's the only thing that made him slip. If that window net would have been pushed back in or tucked back in, it would have been fine. But yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was a fluke, man. Let's be honest.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I want, obviously, I want him to get better and all that, and I think collarbones are one of the more easier. like quicker heals if you break any bone. But
Well, yeah, because really all you do is put your arm in a sling and you kind of just have to rest.
yeah, well, and uh, I mean they have surgeries for that type of stuff too, so that can actually
Oh
probably
yeah.
speed up the process a good chunk as well. I mean, I don't think he's going to be out of racing for that championship by any means, but
No.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
and like we talk about like dominance, right? Like by SVG, but like Zilich, I think he's on an even different level, man. Like because
oh
I mean,
yeah,
it's not just road courses he's doing it on. He's doing it on the ovals too. I mean, every week I'm watching Xfinity. I don't I don't think Zilich ever finishes outside the top 5. I swear to God, dude. Every time I'm tuning in, I'm
yeah.
like, this guy is like competing for the win. Like,
I mean, this guy's right now like the Xfinity driver in the series,
mm-hmm.
which I mean, which we all pretty much expected, and it wasn't looking like it was going to shape up to be like that beginning of the year, but right after he came back from his injury at Talladega, Texas, one or two, I don't remember,
Yeah.
but where he had to sit out a weekend, and ever since then, I mean, he's been really good. So.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Let's go over the top 10, Drew, from the Cup Series. So SVG finishes first. Christopher Bell, number 2. In third, we had Chris Buescher. Fourth, William Byron. Fifth, Chase Briscoe. Another top 5 for Chase Briscoe. Sixth, Ryan Blaney. Seventh, Daniel Suarez. Eighth, Bubba Wallace. And ninth, Tyler Reddick. And in 10th, Ross Chastain. So dang, dude. Freaking all 3 Trackhouse cars get in the top 10. Wow. I mean, I don't think, has that happened at all this year?
Um, I don't think it has happened this year. I
Yeah,
know they've
wow.
had two
Good
out
run
of
by
the
them.
three.
Yeah. And yeah, Bubba Wallace, for some reason this year he's been honestly pretty good on the road courses and he never really has been.
Yeah, yeah, road courses have been a really big step up for him this year, and he's shown a lot of improvement on
Mhm. And well, I'd say you know, with talking about Bubba Wallace, it makes me think of I don't know if you saw at the end um when SVG won and they're you're doing the little cool down and like Bubba Wallace like bumped him like pretty hard too like and
it. Oh, really?
but it wasn't it was like congratulatory I think it was kind of like oh and because I read some article about because Bubba and Daniel Suarez and I think somebody else that they mentioned like came up to him in victory lane and congratulated him and so when I saw that I'm like what the hell is Bubba doing and I'm like and then I kind of thought about it, I'm like he's probably just like oh hell yeah dude um but like SVG talked about like it the sport pays back like I'd do the same thing for those guys like congratulating them because
Yeah.
but yeah I just remember seeing that he just like bumped him like doored him oh, damn near like but yeah it wasn't anything like violent or like he was pissed off at him
So he had Mayor McCheese on his car, dude. He can't be
dude that car was
causing any
freaking sweet
chaos.
man
With Mayor, dude, when you have such a high standing political figure as Mayor McCheese, you can't be
he's
dicking
very
around.
polarizing but
Listen, what Mayor McCheese has done for McDonald's Land, I could never do myself. That man is just beyond his. Man's just beyond great. I think he should run for president next. But McCheese for 28, dude, got my vote.
Oh hell yeah, dude! That's what's up, man.
Dude, yeah, McCheese and Vance. That's right. He ain't running for president, dude. It's gonna be McCheese and Vance.
Hell
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
dude! That's what I'm talking about. Drew? Did you see Keselowski in qualifying run after Carson Hocevar? He ran because he felt that Hocevar interfered with his qualifying lap.
Yeah, I saw something that happened between
I
them,
didn't
but
understand it all that much.
I couldn't. Yeah, all the footage I was seeing was like out of context and all that. And I just remember seeing like, I thought it was Brad Keselowski get out of his car and like run around or something like that. But I was like, I don't know. I didn't get the full scoop on that. I thought they would have talked about it more maybe Sunday, but I guess no.
Yeah,
So
from what I gather is that like I guess Kosovar I guess was pulling out when Brad was still qualifying, and Brad felt like he got in his way.
mm,
That's what I understand from it. Again, I don't really know, man.
man,
I didn't see any footage. I
everybody
didn't. So,
everybody's just getting the chance to rip on Carson, dude. That poor kid. I mean,
oh man,
he's made some
what's wrong with
questionable
riding the
decisions.
Dente?
Dude, come on, guys. You guys got to ride the dentist some more.
Exactly. That's exactly what it
Ride
is,
the
man. If more people rode
dentist.
the Dente, man, I think they would just
Hey,
back
dude, if
off.
I wasn't an alcoholic, I would be riding the dentist right now. Saying.
Yeah, so that happened. I saw Ty Gibbs. By the way, he was my pool pick for my NASCAR pool that I'm in, and I gotta say he pissed me off, and so does freaking Chris Gabehart, dude. Freaking okay, so Gibbs had been very good this year on road courses, partially why I picked him in my NASCAR pool because I'm like, well, dude, he's gonna get me a top 10 probably, and dude, then it just started falling off. I don't know if it was the tires or what it was, but he just kept dropping back. And they put on the radio on the broadcast. They're like, he's like Gibbs was like, we're gonna be fucked soon. So what are we doing? And Gabe Hart's like, well, obviously you got a better feel inside the car, but if you can stay out, I'd like to stay out a little bit longer. And that Gibbs is like, okay, whatever. And then Gibbs stays out longer, and then just keeps dropping back, and then finally he's like 30th or whatever,
Oh my
and
god.
like he just ends up finishing like somewhere in and around there.
Oh
And
man.
and so I don't know what was going on with that, but like it seemed like it got heated between those two, which is understandable. I mean, where's Gibbs in the standings? I'm pretty sure he's, you know, I mean, well, he's
I
behind
think he's. I
Priest
think
and
he's.
Bush, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think he's right on the cut line.
So which he be like the 19th spot. So I mean, obviously things are going to be
They're
heated
in
like
must
that.
win territory at this point.
Exactly, and like Gibbs is a guy I think with the way I've seen it this year on road courses, he could give SVG a run for his money, and just things have never worked out for him. And I kind of feel like Gabe Hart's kind of holding him back, man. It just seems like it, man. I mean, it's happened before too, where like he's like, take it easy
Yeah.
at
Um.
Pocono or whatever it was.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, early in the year, I mean, Ty Gibbs felt like he had the race-winning car, but his crew chief kind of convinced him to hang tight where he was and not really try to
Right.
push the issue. Which, on one hand, I understand, but the other hand, though, it's like, I mean, if you got the car to win, use it.
And
But
imagine how frustrating it is for Ty, like a guy who a lot of people just say, and you can say it's true or not. I'm not saying it, but like he's only there because of his old grandpa. And
it's literally the only reason why he's there.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
again, I'm not
like
saying it is or it isn't, but
I am.
so
I
you can
definitely
imagine how
am.
frustrating it is, like where he's like, when he has a chance, and people keep saying that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously, he's gonna get pretty pissed when he's like, okay, so like, what the hell are we doing here? Like, but yeah, I don't know, man. Like Ty Gibbs, he's gotten better for sure. Let's be honest, but just never quite enough.
No, I mean he's a driver capable of winning a race, and maybe it's just the crew chief isn't a good pairing. But I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean,
Yeah,
we
it's
still
just well,
have
like you
three
saw,
races
like
coming
when
up.
because Hamlin used to have Gabe Hart, right? Like the year before,
Yeah,
and like gets away from that, and now he has Gale, and like I think Denny has just been better on strategy, like every race, man. He's in every race. I don't know, dude. I'm not saying, but I'm saying I don't think Gabe Hart's that great of a crew chief, man.
yeah. Well, it could just be too. I mean, he's kind of aging out.
Yeah,
Like Rodney Childers, for instance, is still considered like the crew chief on pit lane, even though he doesn't
yeah,
really have a team he's signed to at the moment or whatever.
mm-hmm,
But I
yeah,
mean, you can make the argument that he's also kind of, like his starlight's kind of starting to dwindle. You know,
Mhm.
because I mean they weren't. He was with the 17 for what, like a handful of months, and then just left. I mean, it's I don't know. It's very peculiar,
Yeah, I just left.
but
I don't know, man.
yeah.
I mean, we would be doing a disservice to anybody that listens to this if we didn't talk about Austin Hill, man. And I hate that we have to
Holy
talk about
fuck.
his ass again, dude. But let's be real, man. Like, look, I don't care if you want to say it was unintentional or intentional, but Austin Hill is an effing liability on the track, dude, every
Yeah,
fucking week.
yeah.
And this one was so bad, dude. I mean, I believe McDowell was driving in the 11 car. And I think they were McDowell and Hill were battling for the lead, weren't they?
I don't recall. I
Something.
didn't
But
catch
either
much of the
way,
Xfinity race.
and they're going down, I think they're by turn 7. But anyways, doesn't matter. And he totally like just hooks him. And like, look, I get like racing is racing, right? Like sometimes you just get in that situation. And at Watkins Glen, stuff like that can happen. But I mean, it just seems like Hill is just not very smart. And he gets this situations and then like this big freaking crash happens and like, wrecks like half the field or whatever behind him because he's a I don't know, dude, he's such a jackass, man. And honestly, he's just a big whiny baby too. And I'm really sick of it. I'm really sick of seeing it, man. Seeing his liability ass out there doing this shit, man. Because it's gonna get a point where it's just too dangerous to be around him, or even not even to be around him, dude. Because half the time he's wrecking other motherfuckers, and then you're like
Yeah.
freaking like 12 cars behind and getting effed up.
Well, and the thing too is you see how he doubled down on him not intentionally wrecking Eric Almirola. It
Um,
was like, bro,
yeah,
bro, we can see your hands crystal clear in the like
you
in the
wore white gloves
footage.
like a dumbass.
I know. I heard this weekend that he wore black gloves.
Yeah, okay,
I
doesn't
think
hide that
for
you're an
drivers
asshole.
like him, I think if you're a driver like him, there needs to be a rule saying you need bright fluorescent colored gloves.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, dude, but I'm really sick of that guy, to be honest with you, man.
No,
Like
I don't
if
blame you.
last
I'm
week
in the
if
same
last
boat.
week didn't confirm it for any of y'all, like this week should confirm that he is an asshole and a liability. And I don't know how a owner can sit there and be like, yeah, we're gonna keep you on, and you're gonna be our guy.
Yeah,
I'd
at some
fire his
point,
ass.
well, at some point, yeah, you got to just kind of cut a driver like that. But I mean,
He does get some wins for them
he
though.
yeah, as I say, his problem is he's good at what he does. So it's like, in one hand, it's like, yeah, no, he's clearly a liability some weekends. But on the other hand, some weekends, he's good for the team. But
Yeah,
I think his stock, with every incident he has from here on out, it's just going to dwindle more and more if he keeps pulling this shit to the point where even Richard Childress can't just by keeping him around.
that's
Or
exactly right.
sponsors might grow sick of him too. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
they're like, hey,
RC's
why are
good
you
enough.
acting like this, man? And then you don't even take accountability for it. That's the
Well,
thing.
yeah,
That's the thing for me, man. It's like, okay, I can understand if stuff like that happens, but then you just like brush it off or like don't take accountability. Like, yeah, like I messed up, like or whatever. Like you just make some excuse, man. Like that's what I don't like.
yeah, and then you got companies like Bennett and what's the other company that's always on this car? United Rentals. And you got companies like that dropping millions of dollars on a dude, and he's going out there making himself look like an ass with your name all over his fire suit.
Yeah,
And at some point, it's not really worth dropping all that money on the person. Like, I
not at
mean, if I
all.
was Bennett, I would straight up tell him if you have one more incident, we're pulling sponsorship. You know,
Yeah, and dude,
you'll
maybe
have
that's what it's
Richard
gonna take,
Childress
man.
vineyards on your car for weeks on end, and
Yeah,
you
and
know.
maybe that's what it takes for him to get his freaking shit like together, man. Because I
Well, and
hate
I
seeing it.
think, well, I think too. I mean, if he has another incident like this, you have to revoke him from the playoffs. Like, you need to fucking drop the hammer down on him like this, if he's gonna keep doing this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, I
Yeah.
don't know. I
I
mean,
don't know.
like I said, he's a good driver, but at some point, it's just
Yeah, you
it
gotta
doesn't
cut it.
make any sense. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
Drew, something that came up is that the Xfinity and trucks were both faster qualifying times than the Cup car, and this is not the first time this has happened. It happened at Iowa too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't Arca have a faster qualifying lap than Cup did?
Uh,
I think so.
I think so. I don't know if it was
Or
for
their
this
lap
race, but
average.
it was either for this race or the last one. But yeah, I don't, dude. That cannot happen in my opinion, man. I mean, you're supposed to be Cup. You're supposed to be the fastest thing, like the best
Yeah,
thing. Like, why is this happening, man?
yeah.
Is there just not enough horsepower? Like, I mean,
Well, probably,
but I don't
but
think that fixes it. To be honest, I don't think that would truly fix it. I think it's the
yeah,
aerodynamics or something.
yeah. I think they got to find something with the next gen and switch it around so that way it can go quicker, or if not quicker, at least. No, that's kind of stupid to say. Yeah, you can't be having lower divisions like have a faster lap average and all that than you, because
Mm-hmm.
like, I mean, like, you guys are driving fucking like fighter planes, all right? You can't be having like the Cessnas outperforming the fighter planes.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be having that shit, because all that does is just make Cessna pilots look like they're fighter pilots. Fighter pilots look like they're just Cessna pilots. So I don't know. There's got to be something they can do to make the Cup cars like the cars again.
Yeah, exactly, dude. And I think that um, people are in the sport, like fans, are getting like, and I heard this from Denny Hamlin, but like he's seeing the same level of people being upset as he did with when they had the car of tomorrow. Like,
Yep.
fans will just stop watching, man. Like, because like
Yeah.
they're like, well, that we know it's not going to get better. Like they keep saying, well, we're gonna try to do this and that, and then they just never do it, man. Like, are they even like? It's almost like they don't see what we see, and it's like obvious.
That, and there's probably also a lot of money tied to a lot of different things too that we probably don't really know of.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
that's
so I mean, this might be way more complex than what we already think it is, for all we know. So
yeah. It probably is more complicated than we think, but
yeah,
I hope it gets better. Um, I
but yeah,
wanted to
I
cover
mean,
one thing quickly, and I don't know if you saw this, but young fella by the name of Tristan McKee, he won at Watkins Glen in the ARC Menards series in his debut. 15-year-old kid, man. And wow, what a performance. I watched the little highlights there, and in the closing laps, man, he even bumped off of the wall battling to keep the lead. And then
oh
he
wow.
still pulled away, man. Impressive young man. Seeing him, he's driving the Gamebridge car. Um,
Oh, was that the Spire car that was entered in Arca?
um,
It had to have been, yeah, because I heard Spire was entering an Arca car
yeah,
this past
it must
weekend.
be.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I saw the highlights of this kid. I'm like, that's impressive as a 15-year-old. I mean, yeah.
I
Hopefully
think that
that's a
makes him the
name. Hopefully
second
that's a name
youngest.
we got to bring up again. Like in the future.
Oh yeah.
It's just cool to see that, like, because then you could look back and be like, yeah, man, I saw him win his debut at Watkins Glen.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, if he keeps up this, I mean, yeah, he'll definitely be a name, be talked about a lot. I mean, it was the same with Connor Zilic. I mean, 3 years ago, you wouldn't have known who the hell he was.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, but he was kind of, went out there, kept being
Now he's the
dominant.
talk every weekend.
Pretty much, yeah. For more ways than one now. It's either how do you make an ass out of himself or how do you win? It's usually one of the two. So.
Yeah, brother. Okay. Do we want to get to paint scheme?
Yeah. I'll bring that up for us here. Screen. Here we go.
And
All right, so we're gonna start with my pick here for best paint scheme. I really enjoyed the number 2 snap-on Ford Dark Horse Mustang. It's very nice. Follows the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. It's a nice solid red. It's got the snap-on logo. Nice little dark lines here. Gives me old
and
DEI.
honestly, I don't think that picture does it justice because when you saw it on TV, man, that thing was
Oh
sweet,
yeah,
man.
looks like $1 billion. $1
No,
billion.
for sure, man.
Now, were you going with the 23 for yours, or what was the
Yeah,
one?
yeah, dude. Love the 23, man. Look at this thing,
Anyway,
dude. And you know what? I'm not a
Mayor
big fan of the
McCheese.
pink cars, but I think this one was just done so well, man, and it's just unique.
Well, I mean, it does have Mayor McCheese on it as
Mayor
well.
McCheese, bro.
He's my
Mayor
presidential
McCheese
candidate.
2028.
Dude, McCheese 28, man.
Honorable mentions.
Well, I know the 42. That was a pretty sick, slick ride.
Oh wait, actually, that was my. Sorry, that was my favorite. I think the honorable mention was the 23.
Oh, well, too
I
late.
just remembered, but oh, okay, whatever. But
Too
this was a
late.
cool one, and we've seen the mobile before, but like that one is like just I don't know, dude. Like the transfusion of colors in front of it.
The Evil Knievel car on the 51 was kind of great
Ironic.
choice. Yeah. The man who's most likely to crash had Evil Knievel in his car. I don't know. Catherine Legg again with a nice, sick, flat mat, black, fat, back fat. I'm having a stroke.
Oh
Anyways,
god, how can you deny the weather tech though of SVG, man? That's a classic.
got the little Red Bulls on the
I love his Red
front
Bull paint
too.
scheme, but this one is also great.
Yeah, shout out to the car that never got to see action Sunday. Thanks, Village.
Oh, was he supposed to?
Yeah, he was. He was
Oh,
supposed to run
dude, I
Sunday.
didn't even know that. You know how incredible that would have been to have an SVG Zillage battle in the Cup Series?
It would have been great. Too bad Zillage went and broke his collarbone. Never got
Damn
to see it happen.
jackass. Damn jackass.
Asshole,
Man.
inconsiderate prick. All right.
Shoot, man. Well, yeah, dude. I mean, what else could we say, man, about this past weekend? SVG. I'll be honest. I texted Drew. I said, well, Gibbs enraged me because, like I told you guys, I picked him for my NASCAR pool. But anytime SVG wins, I'm happy. I've always been a fan of Drew, and I have always been really a fan of Trackhouse, but um, I was always a fan of the guy. I just like his personality, and like I love watching him race. I think it is just an absolute masterclass, and we saw too. He really proved that he is just unbelievable because, I mean, I think at one point he had restarted, and he didn't even win the first stage, but he restarted like 13th at one point, or he was somewhere back there, near around there, and he just moves through the field, man. He just maneuvers it, and it's just so awesome to watch.
Yeah, he's very surgical with road courses.
Yes.
It's always just a nice watch. You're just
Yeah.
watching a man master of his craft just do what he does best.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, Drew, time for your least favorite part of the show. I guess if we don't have anything else to
Yeah,
cover.
I was gonna say we'll take this and then probably be the episode. So I got to go cry my eyes out after this. So.
So Drew last week
Why?
picked SVG, and I picked Tyler Reddick. And man, he cannot catch a break from me. He cannot gain many points on me. Although I will say, Drew, you had an 83-point gap between me and yourself, and you got that down to 74 now. So that's progress. You had picked SVG, so you got the 39 points, and I picked Tyler Reddick, which is the reason why you didn't cut break because he got a 9th place finish for me. So we are now
Yeah.
at 654 to 580. Drew, we're going to Richmond, man. There's so many drivers that you could pick here.
I'm going Denny Hamlin. I'm picking
All
Hamlin
right,
for
that's a
Richmond.
great pick, man.
Yeah, she's usually up in contention at the end of Richmond, so I'm gonna go with her.
I'm gonna go with the guy who, honestly, I don't know if I've picked him this year at all. I'd have to look back. I'm going Joey Logano, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we haven't heard much about him honestly in a while since his win at was that Atlanta? Not Atlanta. Was it
I think it
Atlanta?
was Texas.
Texas. You're right. And I mean, honestly, dude, I just, it's just a feeling, man. It's a kind of a going off on a whim, picking him, but uh, I didn't do really much research into this one, and I know Denny Hamlin's like one of the guys, and probably Larson, maybe, but we're just gonna
Yeah,
throw a
if you can get
wild
out of
card.
the
I mean,
funk,
I'm
yeah.
up 74 points. I mean, it's not gonna hurt me, really.
Yeah, it's true.
Of course, unless I get last place, or he, DNFs, then I mean, you'll really cut the freaking my lead like
Oh yeah.
shit. Imagine if Denny wins, man. Then you'll only
Oh,
be 30 points behind, and we still got a lot of racing left, man.
don't let me down, Hamlin.
Well, guys, thank you for listening to another episode of NASholes. Again, follow us on X at NASholesPod, on TikTok at NASholes.podcast. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. You guys can subscribe and keep the notification bells on. Also, follow on Spotify. Keep the notification bells on. That way, you know every time we release an episode. So, until after Richmond, we are NASholes, and you are too. So,
Right.